Okay. So, how about show me your stance to the right side of the crease on that right face-off dot angle. All right. So when we're shuffling, let's say the puck is staying at the same height, let's say in between the circle space, layer 2, so circle, dot line, middle of the hash mark space. What we like to do is obviously maintain the general readiness of our posture. So we want to maintain the width between our feet, our baseline, and obviously eyes, shoulders angled down to the puck, hands slightly in front of the knee line, just off the hips. Perfect. Now, when we shuffle, and I think you may need to be a little closer with your feet, but we'll see. When we shuffle, I want to make sure that we're able to load that lead hip a little. Now, this is how we deal with all of our pivots in general. We want to make sure we're able to get a little bit more flexion off that left hip, left knee, and ankle. Okay, open up, and then we'll shuffle to our new destination. Exactly. Now, how about what we'll do is we'll act like he's carrying the puck, Brock. So what we'll do is we'll have maybe a couple shuffles from here to here. Sound good? So just do maybe 3 shuffles. Sound good, buddy? And what I want you guys to see here is how Brock is able to maintain his ready state, keep the legs inwards. All right? Good. And you can have some slightly shorter shuffles, but I like that, Brock. Do it again. Good. Good. So you can see with Brock, he's able to keep his ready state because at the end of the day, this guy's holding the puck. We got to be able to butterfly even halfway through our shuffle if that guy releases it while he's crossing our chest line. So we want to make sure, again, that the boots, all right, the pads stay on that inwards angle. All right. A lot of kids, what you'll see is you'll see the knees get kind of vertical through that weight transfer. And unfortunately, they are a little vulnerable in that situation. Okay, so do one more round there and back. Okay, load that left ankle, push, good, good, excellent. And then back, Brock, good, good. So just try to make sure in that last shuffle, show me stance here, and we'll just do one shuffle from the middle of the hash marks to this right face-off dot angle. Make sure that the eyes and shoulders open up, angled down to that puck. Load that right hip, push through. Excellent, excellent. Okay. All right, let's go through the T-push. Sound good? Right. So the main thing here, and maybe I'll demo it just quickly. The main thing here is we want to make sure that, again, we're loading through the hips. A lot of kids will end up loading through the back leg, and I guess we can say that's loading through the hips, but that's the back leg, and they'll get this massive C-cut. Usually they'll end up straightening their leg a little bit and then moving to their final destination. Unfortunately, that's not the best way to move. All right, it doesn't really allow us to gain space through our pivot and maintain strength on that lead leg. So Brock will show us in a second, but what I would like us to do is push the glutes back and up. You'll get a little bit more of a leg bend in general through the ankles and the hips. All right, and then as we're opening up, we would like to keep this foot, or get this foot, a little bit more neutral. So it's almost like the laces are facing more to the ceiling. The issue with staying inwards is when we T-push, now that knee needs to flare out a fair amount, and that may toss our shoulders more to that post, and then we have to rotate back up to actually get into a set position. So Brock will show us in a second, but we're going to push the glutes back. We're going to be opening up because the goal is to keep the puck in front of our face the entire time, loading through that lead hip, getting that knee stacked over the foot, the lead foot, and the shoulder again stays stacked over the knee. And then when we push, we keep the hands in the same position to their own respective hips. We push through. And then if we have time, like you saw me do, if we have time, we can then route a little higher. But we always want to have the general priorities be cut that center line a little deeper, get centered and squared, and then finally get set. And if you have the ability to grab more ice, because you have more time to do so, grab more ice. But a lot of kids, what they'll do is they'll T-push way too high, and they're not centered and squared and set until they get to the top of the crease. Unfortunately, that is a longer route than this, if that makes sense. And unfortunately, there too, we're not really keeping the puck in front of our body the entire time. All right, Brock, can you show us? So you can go a little slower, and then we'll have a couple reps where you go a little faster. So again, push the glutes back. Not bad. Now, try to just make sure that this right foot moves back with your body, and then when it rotates, that foot does stay planted. Does that make sense? So we're pushing the hips back, this right foot plants, and then push straight through. Excellent, excellent. Do a couple more here, buddy. Push the glutes back, eyes. Not bad. Now try to make sure, show me your stance one more time. Try to make sure when we're moving through here, so you're pushing the glutes back, that arm is a little relaxed, elbows out of rib cage. Okay, start to get that left knee stacked over the toe a little bit. Excellent. I like that weight shift through the hips. All right, and then we'll drive straight through and allow that arm to kind of stay a little lighter through that process. Good job. Good job, man. Good job. Okay. All right, let's do a couple to the other side. Okay, so it's the exact same concept here. No different than the glove side. Push the glutes back. Start to load that lead hip. All right, and then watch when Brock T pushes, he keeps his shoulders on the same angle. He does not push that back shoulder in front, which unfortunately gets his shoulders, if he were to make that mistake, gets his shoulders to open up more to the guy at the bottom of the circle rather than the face-off dot. Sorry, but you can start in your set stance again. I know that's tough. Go through the whole movement. Yeah, so try to cut a little deeper. So your push was more through here. Try to go more through that slightly deeper angle. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. 2 more here, buddy. Eyes open. Not bad, not bad. Push the glutes back a little bit more so when you stop, you don't feel like you're kind of like wobbling a little. Yep. Okay, 1 more. Pivot just a little bit more before you push off that back foot. Nice. Good stuff, buddy.